the magnificent wristy players. That's Hudson coming around as the sweeper.
Hudson this time moving to his right, so he's had a lot of work to do. But Azruddin really striking the ball beautifully.
Yeah, glorious cover drive, and I think any other day, a fine day in Adelaide, that would have hit the pickets pretty hard. But it's been raining most of the morning, and the outfield is quite lush, and it slows up very quickly. Look at that, gives Hudson time to get around. But look at the wrist work there. It's a glorious day now. And that's a magnificent hit. That's something like, what, 120, 130 metres way out there. And didn't he time that well?
And he's now warming up, 2 for 100. Boundary here from the last ball of the previous over for Sachin Tendulkar. He got it low on the full toss, and those deliveries are not always easy to get away. Low full tosses, and he had to hit it exactly in that spot to beat Donald on the deep mid-wicket boundary. It's a long boundary, as you heard from Bruce Yardley.
He'll pick up 2 here. Hansi Cronje, the sweeper out there at deep wide mid-on. The fields are generally set in these one-day games that the straighter hits are fairly well covered, encourage the batters to swing across the line and make mistakes.
And it's going to be a catch, lobbed up, taken quite comfortably by Vessels at mid-on. That's an important wicket for South Africa, as Tendulkar completely mistiming the shot. So the third Indian wicket falls, 103, and Sachin Tendulkar goes off aground in Australia for the last time for the season.
Yes, he didn't quite get hold of it. You could see his grimace there just as he hit it. He knew he was gone. Tried to go over the top of Vessels, I think. There was a gap out there, and this is good captaincy. You encourage, as I said, the players to hit across the line. That was pitched outside off stump, and Vessels takes a very well-judged catch.
So Tendulkar caught by Wetler Kessels at mid-on off the bowling of Caper, and it's a free for 103.
Kapil Dev with a low average for a man of his talent, but often coming in lower down the order, not always having the time to make big scores for India in limited overs internationals.
That's the end of the over, 3 for 112. Kapil Dev times the ball well, isn't he? He's a very powerful man as well.
Yes, he makes batting look so easy. It's unbelievable. When he gets going, everything seems to hit the middle of his bat, and that's what India is hoping for in the remaining overs. If he can hit that ball, then India could be even well past 150.
Put that one away fine as well. So that'll run all the way down to the fence.
Caper just straying in line this time, angling the ball down the leg side. And as long leg was very wide, covering the shorter square boundary, that ball able to run very fine down to the boundary for 4. Just enough bat on that to give it the impetus, give it a necessary momentum to carry all the way. It's a long boundary down there, but still 4.
What a good shot that is.
Mark Rushmere at long off comes round to do the fielding. And this time Kapil Dev hitting the ball straight down the ground. Full face of the bat on this one. And you can see mid-on in there. Over the top of mid-on is one of the gaps that he'll be looking for.
There's the slow one and nicely adjusted. And that's over the top as well. They won't quite get to the boundary. That area is covered. They've got a sweeper on both sides.
Azharuddin sliced this rather more than hit it. The face of the bat very, very open as he tries to hit it over cover. Not a full bat on that, and no problem for the fielder to come round there.
Again, right off the meat of the bat.
Alan Donald in very quickly from a deep and wide mid-wicket. There's a big space out there. Kepler Wessels has left the mid-on in. Before those 9 overs are bowled, of course, 2 catching men, 2 fielders in catching positions, and only 2 outside the circles.
He's hit that beautifully, right off the mid again. The mid-on's up. It's bounced just 15 metres away or thereabout from the boundary, but once again right off the middle of the bat. This is turning out to be a little gem of an innings. Azharuddin, that's his 6th boundary.
This is exactly where the batsmen have been eyeing up space. Mid-on in, and a full ball from Richard Snell being given plenty of treatment from Azharuddin. A few bounces and a roll, and that's 4 more runs.
Straight to mid-off. So Mohammad Azharuddin moving on to 65 now.
This is his first chance this World Cup, following the tour to India by South Africa in October, to really impress on the international stage.
Just wide of John D. Rhodes there. In comes the throw and just home. So it's all happening out there.
Got a real mixture there. Firstly, Azharuddin trying to turn the ball on the leg side, only gets the ball past cover on the offside. Coming back for 2, he could have been under a bit of pressure there had the throw been accurate. There's John G. Rhodes once again hitting the turf. Seems to love doing that. Never stops throwing himself on the ground. And just you see there, if the throw had just been a little bit straighter, Azharuddin would have been under a bit of pressure. Been in very fine form through this tournament. Azharuddin, he's set a good example to his players. Unfortunately, not enough of them have taken it up.
And a beautiful shot there over the infield. Didn't quite middle it. Had he middled it, of course, it would have bounced one spot probably and gone to the fence. But the important thing is that he's got it straight over the top of the infield.
Kapildev never afraid to hit over the top, and when he gets it right, the ball travels a long, long way. But so far today, he's only been 1 or 2 shots of the highest caliber.
Oh, he's hit that beautifully as well. Absolutely magnificent batting here by the Indians. Marvellous timing by Dev. Having said that, just short of a length is the place that batsmen like Dev and Mohammad Azharuddin like it.
This, of course, is the risk when the field is spread and when long leg is up.
Probably the biggest crowd
Any
ever to watch
loose
cricket
delivery
on the
like
screen.
that,
Set to see the final act. Let's go
this was
upstairs to
high
Graham
and
now.
aimed
Will,
towards leg
see and hear
stump.
more from
Indians must be quite happy with the way they have progressed. Only 12 deliveries, possible deliveries left, and if they can get as many as they can, maybe even 20, 15 or 20,
Welcome back.
that'll get their score up to 175. It's a good defending score.
Put into bat by South Africa in this a reduced match. This is over number 29. Donald the bowler, and that's a big hit. Yes, it's a beauty. Way over the top, just behind square. Those boundaries are just a little short there, but really, he middled that one. It was a pretty flat pull shot as well, and ended up flying onto the concrete section up at the back of the ground.
This is more of a scoop from Kapildev. Again, Alan Donald straying in line down the leg side. The man at deep square leg, 3 rows back in the crowd, they're not making a very good effort, I'm afraid. But it's 6 runs to Kapildev.
Another good shot, whipping one off his toes. Good running as well by Dev and his partner, Mohammad Azharuddin out there. They're doing very, very well indeed.
This was a very quick ball from Alan Donald, fired in at Kapildev's toes, and in his effort to make sure they didn't get trapped at all by any flying leather, his feet have gone from underneath him. But he's recovered well enough to run 2.
Always hit that beautifully as well. Absolutely magnificent batting here by the Indians. That was marvellous timing by Dev. Having said that, just short of a length is the place that batsmen like Dev and Mohammad Azharuddin like it.
Kapildev's done very well to squeeze this out for 4. It's full length. He's stayed on the crease there, Kapildev, and he's just timed this one so perfectly and placed it so well that it's raced away for 4.
So his strike rate at 150 at the moment. And he's bowled him. That one's hit the stump and gone flying over the top of the keeper's head. What a gem of a little knock though from Kapildev. I don't think the South Africans will forget that in a hurry. He came in and from the word go, turned it on and played superbly.
Kapildev there, 42, bowled by Alan Donald. That was exactly what he was asked to do by his captain. This time Donald dropping a little shorter, Kapildev trying to repeat the shot of the first ball of the over, which went for 6. But beaten by pace, a little bit of lack of bounce, and the bails are flying, and Kapildev is out for 42. 29 balls it took him. India are 4 for 174.
Vinu Kamli is the new batsman. Just 20 years of age. He's a left-hander. South Africans won the toss and they decided that they would put the Indians in, and they've got 4 for 175. We've seen some fabulous batting. Vinod Kamli making that shot down towards third man. But the man in your picture now really has played a little gem. Mohammad Azharuddin, 76 not out of 74 balls. And it really has been a lovely innings to watch. He's hit that one straight down the ground. Back for the second, and oh, that was a huge dive down the non-striker's end.
Dramatic stuff here from Praveen Amre. The Indians, as I say, got to run for everything now in this last over. It's a long way out to long off there, and his one mission once the run had been called for was to set off as quickly as possible and make sure. It's a desperate dive, but it does make sure he's in. Merrick Pringle can't believe what he's seeing.
So Azharuddin hits down the ground. This could be out. There's a man underneath him. It's a long way down there. Yes, he's out, and that's the end of a fabulous innings by Mohammad Azharuddin. He really has played superbly. He's hit the ball in the air all over the place. Played some magnificent ground shots as well. And that one, unfortunately, played to the long boundary in the air, and it's the end of what has been a marvellous innings to watch.
Azharuddin hit this very sweetly, but when you've got such a long distance to carry, it's very hard to beat the man. Adrian Caper, the catcher, got underneath it in perfect position. It's the end of Azharuddin's very fine knock of 79.
So 5 down for 179, the score now. And let's have another look at the wicket. He really did smash that one down the ground. A long, long way down there, and nicely taken too by Caper.
It's a shot Azharuddin has played several times during this innings, but normally when mid-on has been up, Caper there gets in a perfect catching position. Hands held high, and the catch taken very comfortably.
Yes, these first 9 overs are very important here. Chasing 180, South Africa can make sure that they're getting that 6 runs and over, or maybe even more in the first 9 overs, while Ezra-Din can only have 2 players out of the circle. He can then, well, Kepler Wessels can then make sure that the run rate keeps going. It's not such a task to get it, but Peter Kirsten and Andrew Hudson have got that job.
Run on the board. Just forward of square leg. It's an edge, it doesn't carry. Kieran Moray on the half volley there. The slower ball from Raj Prabhakar found the edge, looking for the drive. It didn't carry through to the wicketkeeper.
Prabhakar very skilled in variation of pace. There, Hudson gets the edge, and it just doesn't actually carry through. But Prabhakar here really showing his skills as a one-day bowler. Very unlucky not to get that wicket.
The Currie Cup experience in South Africa's home competition. That's through. That'll go all the way.
Kapildev can't afford to give Kirsten any width here. A short boundary that is square of the wicket at this Adelaide Oval makes it a lot easier for the batsman to get boundaries, and here Kirsten really cracks it through the gap, and despairing dive there, but no chance. 4 runs.
Good shot, just gets through Mohammad Azharuddin. It was well struck. I think it was in the air. Could have been half a chance there to the Indian captain. It was clipped right off the meat of the bat, but it seemed to me to go to hand and went through for 2.
Azharuddin fielding in really short mid-wicket, one of the catching positions. It's a ball clipped away there and just out of reach. 2 runs to Hudson. India bowling very tight, and as a result South Africa have to get after it.
The wide ball, and he gets plenty of bat on it. It's a long boundary. That's the longest one at the ground, and it's going all the way. A valuable thick edge.
Kirsten starting to show his intentions of getting after it. This is a wide delivery. In fact, had it not hit it, I'm sure the umpire would have called wide. Just put the toe of the bat, just enough to chip it down. Fine of the wide third man. 4 runs.
Well struck. Tendulkar's going hard. Dives. Almost a fingertipper there. Didn't quite get there. He was running the way. Tendulkar, he ran with the ball. He's a fine young athlete. Didn't quite make it. That's the over bowl. No wicket for 19.
Yes, here Andrew Hudson looking to go over the top. Hits it, and Tendulkar after this one very confident that he's going to get it, diving with outstretched hands, thinking he's going to get it, and just past his fingertips. Oh, that was extremely close, but what a good effort that was. Now you see it from a slightly different angle, and Tendulkar, they're making a... Oh, I'm sure he thought he was going to get that one.
It's in the air. It's clear the circle. That's good intelligent batting by Andrew Hudson. That was a long hit. And pick up 3.
Yes, the South Africans now capitalising on the fact that only 2 players can be out the circle, looking to hit the ball back over the bowler's head.
It's a good shot. Go all the way. That's what they need to do in the first 9 overs when the field is up. Put away to a flyer. 9 runs off this over so far.
Peter Kirsten here, seeing the fielders all up, just picks that one up off leg stump and really just chips it over the field, attacking the short boundary. And that short boundary means it's 4 runs.
Good shot. Just clears the infield. That's all you have to do. And inside the 30-yard circle. This circle is taken from the stump to the line 30 yards, semicircle at each end, and the two lines are joined at each side. It's a fine shot, that's 4. Just a bit of width there by Javed Smith and a perfect square cut. No wicket for 40.
He's concerned, and that's more. But with that chase for Kapil Dev, a long one, certainly they should have been looking for the 4th.
He's actually fielding 20 metres or so in from the edge of the fence.
He's really got onto that one. Put it away. Srinath being expensive here. He's been something of a disappointment to the Indians in the World Cup. And rather inconsistent, and here too short.
Andrew Hudson had actually missed 3 or 4 attempted pulls before this one, but this time he's latched onto it very firmly indeed. Hit it up, high over the mid-wicket, and one bounce into the crowd.
It's hit a seagull, and had Kapil going the wrong way, but it didn't cost any runs.
There wasn't too much pace on the ball in any case, but the seagull taking the remaining pace off it, deflecting the ball offline as far as Kapil Dev was concerned. You see there's a fair crowd of them down there.
Down the ground, and just not getting there. So poor Srinath is having one of those days. End of the over, and it's no wicket, 460.
Still striking the ball very well. He's beaten the fielder out at deep cover. A despairing and not very effective dive. 4 more to Kirsten, beautifully timed shot through the covers. Praveen Amre, the man diving without due care and attention. This Nissan supercar, 24 valves, 3 litres. Even more power than the previous turbo model, with improved transmission, suspension and steering. Surely it's a fabulous prize for the lucky winner.
Well, that's pretty slack cricket there by the Indians. Lucky that they didn't concede a few overthrows. Here's that car, which will go to the top individual in the 1992 World Cup. Ball just deflecting off the pads, and the appeal turned down. Just to add a bit of salt in the wounds for India. 2 runs coming off it. The leg by signalled. So the end of the over, it's no wicket for 76 off 15. Good bit of fielding. That's the type of fielding that the Indians need here. Mandraker at backward point, a position in which he specializes.
Good diving stop, kept his eye on the ball well, got his body behind it.
That's a good bit of fielding. It must have been close. The Indians are very excited about it. Superb bit of work by Tendulkar.
Very enthusiastic little fielder, this man. South Africa, none for 77. Well, most bowlers don't like to concede runs if they can possibly help it, and diving stop there. Very athletic. And it looks as though Andrew Hudson might just have been given the benefit of not very much doubt.
That really was magical stuff from Tendulkar. And umpire Kaiser Hyatt over at square leg. Indians were very excited about it. Here it is again.
Very quickly gets the ball back into play there. You can see there's a little gap between the bat and the crease.
Well, he would have been certainly a good 8 inches out of his ground there. And that's a big hit down the ground. And it rolls across the turf. So the South Africans, with this opening pair, certainly giving them hope that they can win this match.
Previous over with the run out, and he's timed this very well indeed. He's cleared a long distance there. Mandrake is unable to cut it off.
In the air, and it will drop into empty territory.
That's bisected the men, one at deep mid-wicket, one at deep long on. Again, not hit quite cleanly this time. And South Africa now none for 87.
And Hudson is after him again. That's a big one. The long on is not far enough back. And it goes first bounce into the boundary. So Hudson after Raju for the second time and getting a boundary deep into the leg side field.
Again, Hudson taking the long handle to the left arm spinner. And the problem, of course, for the skipper of the Indian side is to position his fielders exactly right, and it's a long way out at long on.
And now after the bludgeon, just a delicate little slit of the surgeon's knife. Just a little sweep shot for a couple.
Very deft control here. Beautifully controlled shot.
It's a shot we've seen Peter Kirsten use in this tournament before, and he gets 2 from it again. So this is an expensive over from Raju, and the South African score moves up past the 100 mark. This is in the 19th over.
Really has to be a mixture of taking all the singles available, and that's very well played. Peter Kirsten has made 50.
Yes, it has been a very good knock and an intelligent knock, and that's what's been impressive about this start by South Africa. A lot of intelligence used in the batting.
Two here as well. So 50 to Hudson. It's well played by him too. The 1 overs have been bowled, 9 to go in this 30 over match. In the air, down into the gap again, and 3 or 4 bounces into the fence.
Not only is he a skillful player, Peter Kirsten, he's a very clever player. He's got his spot picked out where he wants to hit. Now, if Azharuddin wants to cover that spot, he's probably going to have to do it with the long on. If he does that, that then opens the gap up straight down the ground.
or 40 his figures, and that was definitely an opportunity.
There's a miss there from Kieran Moray. A little bit stiff. May have even just clipped the pad as it went through, and just any little deflection there is just going to miss the center of the gloves.
Bowled in. Well, he's trying to get away and push that one away through the offside field. And while they've managed to manipulate the bowlers, pushing them on the onside and on the offside, so often in this marvellous partnership, on that occasion he tried to play a dead straight ball, square, and this is what happened.
The perfect Yorker there from Srinath. He's taken a bit of stick, but gets a little bit of revenge there as he gets rid of Andrew Hudson. South Africa 1 for 128.
Adrian Caper, the new batsman, 32 years of age. He's got a top score of 63.
Caper just new at the crease, having come in at the fall of Andrew Hudson's wicket.
Big appeal there for LBW, and he's run out. Well, Kirsten went for that one. A big appeal for LBW. Good work there by Srinath. He fired through very well indeed. And Kirsten has once more run out one of his partners. This is how it happened.
Tell you what, Nick was a bit unlucky, because if that wasn't plum LBW, I haven't seen plum LBW. And I think actually that Kirsten felt that he was LBW. That's the only reason he was running, and poor old Capers paid the price. South Africa 2 for 149.
Jonty Rhodes, the new batsman. Kirsten, however, has the strike as a result of that run out. To take up commentary now, it's going to be Bruce Yardley, and with him is Bill Laurie.
Thank you, Tony Gregg. Yes, that must have been very close to LBW. He's back, and then unfortunately for Caper, he wasn't running. He should have been running anyway, I guess, in this situation, but looked very, very close to LBW because it hit him playing way back. Kirsten survives and retains the strike, but it's not all over yet. They still need over 7 runs per over to win, just 4 overs to be bowled. It's going to be the experienced Kapil Dev coming back into the attack. He'll support Manoj Prabhakar. And they require 32 off 24 balls, so they won't want to be too many dot balls, Bruce Yardley, in these final 4 overs. He's hammered that into the gap at cover. They'll go for 2. It's very important from a South African point of view that Peter Kirsten retains the strike. Jonty Rhodes, the new batsman, coming out of the dark dressing room, watching the big partnership. 128 for the first wicket. It went to 149 for 2.
Lots of twos. Twos off every ball, you've won the game.
That's going to be 4. That's a magnificent shot, giving himself some room on the onside. Kapil Dev pitching up. Hit straight through the line, Peter Kirsten. That's 4 over cover.
What a glorious shot. You might think that 8 per over for the last 4 overs is a big ask. But look at that for a magnificent cover drive. Just gave him a bit of room.
Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, he doesn't pick it up. Chris Srikanth under pressure, just fumbling.
I think that if he'd even picked that up on the way through, picked it up cleanly, Srikanth, that Jonty Rhodes would have made it anyway. He's very, very quick over 20 metres.
Yes, he's a little whippet, isn't he? He pushes it, there he goes. But Srikanth, he can't run as fast as the ball can be thrown. He would have been struggling. But Srikanth mucked it up completely. Got him. That's a vital wicket. Peter Kirsten's bowled. Kapil Dev with the experience keeping the ball up. A fine innings from Peter Kirsten, but that's a blow for South Africa.
Well, how good is this man, Kapil Dev? Kirsten was giving himself room to hit him through the offside to those shorter boundaries, and look at this. Full pitched on off stump, Yorker length, Brilliant bowling.
The end of a fine innings, 84 off 85 balls faced, 3 for 157.
And just showed his experience, and what a magnificent bowler he is. Didn't chase him out to the leg side, and that's where he was going. You watch him give himself room here, Kirsten. Moves away to the leg side. The ball comes, lands on the crease and hits the stumps. Brilliant.
They won't want to miss too many here. Jonty Rhodes has won. Vessel's yet to score, so neither batsman in touch. But they've got plenty of wickets in hand, so they really must go here and place the ball into the gaps. Oh, he swings it away. It could be 6. Jonty Rhodes into the action over square leg.
I was just going to say the deep fieldsmen have been brought in just a little bit closer, because these guys don't hit the ball quite as cleanly, quite as far, and he's hit it out of the ground.
No, that was 6, surely. I thought that went over. We'll have a look at that replay. They're looking into the sun, but that looked like it was if it was going all the way to me. Put the bat. Oh, that's 6 for sure. Umpires must confer here. It certainly went all the way. There was no doubt. The fieldsman would have seen that went over the fence. There's no doubt about that. That was a clear hit. Azruddin coming in, quite rightly. He's quite likely to ask, but the fieldsman must have seen that go over the fence.
The fielder out there has just signalled 6. You'd be a bit angry, wouldn't you? You've hit it over the fence by about 15 metres and called 4.
Now it's 6. Very dramatic decision. Walk into position. Fielders Bulletin's not panicking under pressure. Got the television camera zoomed in and singled. Set 6. On. Well, there you go. 6 and out. Cut it straight to the man at point. Jonty Rhodes out for 7.
This is the beauty of having wickets in hand, isn't it, when you're chasing runs with a few overs to go. Very, very well bowled here by Prabhakar. The slower ball. Have a look at this. Catches it on the rise. Hit it pretty well, but straight to the fielder.
Went straight to Raju at backward point.
Yes, I think he tried to hit it just a bit finer than that, and it came on a bit slow.
It's a good shot. They should look for 2. Kipper Vessel's not fast. Just the single. Couple of Vessels on strike now, the South African captain. Big moment for him. The Adelaide Oval here today. Close. Oh, well, that was close to coming back for the second. Oh, he didn't pick it up. Dear, oh dear. The Seagulls, the ball was lost in the Seagulls. There was a chance for a run out of misfield. The pressure showing. Look at Azruddin, hands on hips. Very angry.
Very, very lucky for Azruddin there that there weren't 3 run. There was a bit of a mix-up. Hansi Cronje, he figured that the ball had been picked up cleanly. That's pitched outside leg, so that can't be out. Look at Hansi Cronje there. He thought it had been picked up cleanly. Probably even missed that extra run.
It's well struck. They should look for 2. Smart, he's had a rugged day in the field. Fires it back at Kapadev. There's always 2 there.
Yes, and they probably have picked him out down there. He's had a horror day in the field. Poor old Javagal Srinath. He's had a fit of the fumbles. But I really do think that there was 2 to any fielder here.
It's on the onside, that's a single. One ball to come in the second last over. They really need a boundary. 6 off this over so far. They could need 8 off the final over, and that'll be very, very close, getting too close for comfort with 6 wickets in hand. It's well struck, it's well placed as well. It's going all the way. 4 runs, so that takes the pressure off for the final over.
What a fantastic shot from Kepler Wessels. pick the gap. Exactly what South Africa needed.
Yes, the South African captain facing Kapitev's last ball. He went for the York, just drifted to off stump, and he not only did he time it well, but he beat the man at cover on the fence. And that's a very valuable 4 runs. So if they're good enough now, and they seem to be, South Africa should win this match, but you never know. The pressure's on for the final 6 deliveries, and it's Pabaka to bowl them. And what a wonderful effort it will be, Bruce, if South Africa do make the semi-finals.
Oh, marvellous. I saw them play their first game here in Australia in Perth on a damp sort of a pitch. They just lost that game, but it was a very strong West Australian team. And I figured after that match they'd give a lot of cheek in this World Cup.
And also, as we've been reacting here, bringing all the fieldsmen almost inside the circle, just one man at cover just outside, so they try and hit over the top. Probably